That's what you want. That is where this ship excels. That is perfect. Look how quick they're going down. Now, I don't care what you say. Any ship frigate size would not be able to kill those 4 or 5 ships as quick as what this thing is doing right now. That's right, guys, we are back with the brand new EDENCOM ships. I'm in Skybreaker right now, and even though I tested these out on the test server and didn't really think too much of them, I had this niggle in the back of my mind that kept telling me, Joe, they have to have a role, they have to have a purpose, and we need to figure out what that is. I am Disowned Hero, and welcome back to another super awesome, mega wicked cool video. Yep, so I just couldn't stop thinking that these have to excel at something. I really do not think that it's PvP, so I'm going to go down the route of PvE. We're going to take Skybreaker, the frigate, out here. We're going to do some high-sec combat sites, level 1 missions, and possibly level 2 missions as well, and just see how it gets on. Now, I'm not maxed out in this ship by any means, but I have trained a little bit into it. So if we open up the ship skills here, luckily we're already on gunnery. If we go down, no, not that one. If we go down this one, we can see that I've got all the Vorton stuff up to about level 4, level 5, level 3, going on level 4, and so specializations to level 4. So not maxed out, but I've not skimmed either, so we should be able to get a nice feel for the ship and figure out what it is capable of. On Spaceship Command, I also have EDENCOM frigates up to level 4, I think it is. Oh yeah, stop hiding. There it is, level 4. So that's up to level 4. So again, not maxed out, but should get a good feel for it. So I'm going to go down the PVE route. I didn't really test it too much on the server for PvE, so we're going to find out today exactly what this is capable of. Here is the fit I'm going to be going with. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. They're still new, and looking online, it's really hard to find fits and stuff, so I've kind of gone with what I think should be okay. So in the highs, we have the small Vorton Projector 2, we have the Electro Punch, and the Electro Shock, is it? No, Strike Snipe, so long range and short range T2 ammunition to go with that. We also have a Gistum C-type medium shield booster. Went with that one because it gives me the most cap stability out of all of them. A little bit expensive, but then again, the ship's kind of expensive at the moment anyway. We have a Republic Fleet small cap battery, a multi-spectrum shield hardener 2, 1MN afterburner. We have 2 Vorton tuning system 2s. Now that's because I think this thing massively needs as much DPS as it can get because it's naturally low. I mean, the alpha's low, and the fact that this is a very slow firing weapon just means that, well, it just doesn't seem to do too well. And we have a damage control 2 down there as well. We also have 2 defense field extenders and a current router 1 as well, just to help this all fit. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. As you can see down here, it is pretty damn expensive for a frigate, putting that down to it still being brand new. If this was in line with, say, the Damovic, so this fit probably come back at maybe 200 mil, because these two are kind of expensive. But yeah, at the moment it's 530 mil, and for obvious reasons I have insured this ship as well, just in case. And yeah, I've gone for as much tank as possible, because I can imagine if someone sees this like code, they are going to be all over it. So enough about that then, let's get ourselves undocked and see what we can find. Okay, so I've jumped one system. We're in a 0.5 security system, and there is 2 combat sites in here. We have a Serpentis Den and a Serpentis Refuge. So we'll simply start with this one, but before we do, I forgot to actually show you guys how much DPS this thing actually does. So with the Tech 2 gun and the Tech 2 short range, high damage ammunition, we are dealing mainly EM and kinetic, and we're getting 77.3 DPS, so really low. We do have an alpha of 339 HP, and that is spread across 5 ships as well, remember. Okay, so if there's 5 ships in there, as long as they're close enough together, we'll be hitting all of them for like 340, because it's only one weapon, so that is the damage from just this one weapon. That's pretty much all I can say on that. Our optimal range is 11 kms. If we do switch to the close range ammunition, or sorry, the long range ammunition, it goes up to 40, but as you can see here, the numbers drastically drop, and to be honest, they were low to begin with, so I really don't want to be using the long range ammunition if I can help it. We also go with a speed of, with this thing running, if I actually simulate it, there we go with a speed of just over 1,000 meters a second. We have a tank of 5,774 EHP, and we rep shield boost rate. We rep at 38.7 HP, which is 116 HP every 3 seconds. So I kind of rushed the fit back there, so I thought I'd go over it. So yeah, let's go to the refuge first. Simply going to warp in at 0 because I want to be as close to these things as possible. It's also worth knowing that you can overheat these weapons for quite a long time. Okay, there's nothing else in the highs, so we can literally overheat that and you get a good amount of cycles from it before it's even close to burning itself out. It's not like any other ship where you have like 3 or 4 modules next to each other, all kind of so sharing heat. This is just one gun. Get all this going first. This is just one gun. Look at that. Have they changed the animation? Oh, they have. That looks so much cooler. It's like black lightning. Right, so let's get ourselves orbiting here. Right, what's the range on these again? 11. So really I don't want to go outside of 500-ish. But look at that. We are taking things out so quick here. There is another wave warping in. I've only targeted one thing. We haven't actually killed it yet. But these are going down so quick. Right, I'm outside of range now though. Don't know why that's happened. I'm sure I changed that. Oh well, we're burning ourselves back. We do have this thing. Tank's holding up. Perfect. Don't need to worry about that. We are cap stable as long as we leave the afterburner off. If we have it running, it's about 4 minutes we get all together, which isn't too bad actually. But look at this. Yeah, look how quick we're taking them down. We're shooting at one thing. We're actually hitting 2, 3 by the looks of it. This one mustn't be in range. Yeah, he's just outside. That effect's so cool. I didn't actually realise they changed it. It's hard to see with all these explosions and stuff going on though. There's me. Yeah, they've definitely changed the animation on that. That looks so much cooler. Good job on that TCP. Right, so we've got another wave coming in. This will be wave number 3, I think. The waves are going down pretty quick. And even though the numbers are low for like DPS and stuff, Joe, it seems to be working okay. I mean, any normal kind of frigate would destroy one of these in 1 or 2 shots, and it would be a lot. Oh, outside of range. It doesn't matter, I'll just change this one. It would be a lot, quicker firing. But, as you can see, I'm taking 4 things out at once here. That's so cool. The only downside is, I mean, it could just be because these ships are brand new. In fact, it is because these ships are brand new. Because it's so expensive, there are so many other ships that could just run this site and wouldn't be that much different time-wise. Pretty safe with this tank. Not even touching me, to be honest. I can probably turn this off. I'm going to leave it on, though. As I say, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, I am cap stable in this, as long as that is turned off. Yeah. Right, so here's one more thing we need to take out. This is where you struggle though. And this is where I find out on the test server you struggle. It's okay if you chain into things. If there's like 5 ships and you're hitting 5. Brilliant, you're doing max damage across multiple ships. If it's one-on-one, the DPS is really low. I mean, luckily this is just a combat site, so it's no drama one-on-one. But when it comes to bigger things, it does struggle a lot more. So we've done that one really, really easily. Let's move straight on to the Serpentis Den. Yeah, when I took the battleship out, I'd done a level 4 mission with it. Now, best of my knowledge, any kind of battleship, whether it's faction or not, can do level 4 missions. How effective it is and how fast it does them, is a different question. The EDENCOM battleship, I'll link the video just over there. It couldn't do them. It literally didn't have the DPS. You would need at least 2 of them to be able to DPS down what was in there. So yeah, they do struggle when it comes to one-on-one. But right now in here, it's absolutely, it's flying it really, isn't it? Look at that. I am chaining off an awful lot of junk at the moment. So I'm hitting one turret, I'm hitting another turret. I think I hit a ship there as well. But I'm also chaining to like this random indestructible structure here, which isn't cool. It'd be so cool if I could actually change some sort of setting to say do not hit collidable things, but if I just had some sort of way of saying, yes, do chain off this or don't chain off that, or just chain in general. If someone actually mentioned in the comments, they said it would be nice or it would be good if there was a button somewhere that could say yes, chain, or no, don't chain. So it would do more damage if it wasn't chaining, but less damage if it was chaining. So kind of like a T3 destroyer or something, you've got a little option, you can change modes and chain or not chain. That would be quite cool. I can see why they didn't go with that though, probably a bit complicated to implement. And it would destroy this ship, it would no longer be like a ship that hits multiple targets, everyone would just use it solo. Right, so that's too far away, but that's okay, because we can probably, in fact, probably can't chain to it from that, can we? Can we chain to it from that? No, can't chain to it from that. But yeah, we'll just shoot at that while we get a little bit closer to this one up here. There we go, so there is that one gone. Ah, okay, so we have a cruiser. This is going to be a little bit of a test. I'm actually going to go straight for that cruiser, I think. Just see how well we do. Now this is high sec, and that cruiser only has a bounty on it of 37,000, so it's not a particularly difficult enemy to deal with. But let's just see how this ship actually deals with it. It is taking it down, I'll give it that. Even with its low numbers, its low DPS and stuff, it is chipping away at it. It is destroying it. We've actually destroyed the we've destroyed the destroyer, even though we weren't targeting it first. But we are taking this cruiser down, which is nice to see. Another volley or two, there we go. Right, so now this one is starting to escalate a bit more than the last one. We've got 3 cruisers in here now. I'm actually not too worried about the tank. Like I said, the tank on this seems to be, in my opinion, really, really nice. I do like the tank on this. And with this ship as well, you do get a bonus to shield resistance. So 6% bonus to shield resistance per level. So keep that in mind, guys. If you're looking for a tanky ship, this might be a good option. So just bear in mind that it's not going to do too well to 1-on-1. So yeah, let's just keep plinking away at these guys. You can see the frigates and the destroyers went down pretty quick. These bigger things are a little bit more difficult, and I can't help but thinking that if I was in my Damavik or something, it would annihilate these a lot quicker than what this thing is right now. There's another one down. Let's go to this one, let's get another one down. And I think there might be one more wave. I think the last one had 5. It's been a while since I've run high-sec combat sites, so I'm a bit off on like the numbers and waves and stuff. But yeah, they're going. Here's another wave. Right, we're a little bit far away from them, but that's okay because we are fairly fast if we do turn this on. We've got 18 shots left. The ammunition is very, very expensive for these things. It's not actually for sale here. I had to go to Jita to get it, and it was something like 20k a shot. So not the cheapest ammunition. 79 mil apparently. In ammunition I've got, and I've only bought enough ammunition to reload this thing twice. I can go get more if we need it. But yeah, for now, we should be okay, to be honest. We shouldn't need any more. Right, so we're going to focus down. There's actually 2 cruisers left. We're going to focus down this one. We are chaining to the other one, luckily. That is so cool. I love the way they've changed the effect to like black lightning rather than the white. So much easier to see, and it just looks so much nicer. Which is weird though, it doesn't seem to be doing it now. Oh, that's right, we need to turn that off. We're not cap stable with that. Yeah, the animations are cool. I was on the mass test when they were testing these things out and having like 300 or 400 of these in the system. It was pretty impressive, you know, when they were firing. But yeah, we're slowly taking these things down. Hopefully we'll get this one before we have to reload. There we go, there's that one down. Okay, it's quite a big site, this one. I don't remember these sites being this many waves. I won't reload, actually. We'll just use up all of this first. That's too far away. Let's get on this one then, that should be close enough. There we are. Now this, the reload time on these, unlike the Triglavian ships, I keep comparing them to the Triglavian ships because it's kind of... I don't know, the Triglavian ships were the last race to be introduced, and they also only have 1 weapon in the high slot, like... So they don't have a rack, it's like 1 weapon does all the damage. But yeah, the Triglavians reload instantly. This is 10, 15, maybe 20 second reload time. I actually forget at the moment. 5 seconds. So it's not actually that bad. It doesn't take a while, but it's not instant. So you don't want to be swapping and changing, it's just wasting time, not actually shooting things. So let's just keep keep plugging away at these. Hopefully it is the last wave, otherwise I will have to do another G run to go and get some more ammunition. But let's just take this one out. And to be honest, we'll probably just skip the level 1 missions and throw it straight into level 2s, because level 1 missions are not going to be much more difficult than what we're dealing with right here. We seem to be destroying this one actually a lot faster than the one we're actually targeting and, you know, shooting at. But they're both going down, which is the main point. Alright, so there is the last one down, and we killed it. Wasn't the quickest thing to do, but I could imagine if you were using the long range ammo and going off... Oop, that's not the right one. Going off half the damage near enough to 190 alpha and only 43 DPS, I don't think the long range ammo would have actually killed that ship. You'd need help, or you'd need to get closer and use the close range, harder hitting ammunition. So yeah, I don't think they're strong enough really with the close range ammunition. Never mind if you actually switch to the long range and lose that DPS. So that actually went okay. Not going to say it was the best ship ever in the world. I mean, you get a catalyst, we'd probably do it just as fast, to be honest, and it would cost half as much, if not more. Again, the prices still need to settle on this thing. Let's turn those animations off. The prices do still need to settle. But yeah, I think what we need to do now is we need to move on and do a level 2 mission. So it's been a while since I've done anything less than level 4s. Mainly just running for Sisters of Eve. One of the Sisters of Eve. Eve one around. I don't want agent new ones, want missions. Security. Level 2. What do we have nearby that's a level 2? 3 jumps away. I'm presuming if he's there, I should be able to do it. Yeah, stop by. Perfect. Right, so we can do that one. No idea who it's for. Probably a perfect test, just a random level 2 mission. Let's just go see how it does, you know, in there. Okay, so here we are. We're going to be running this guy's mission. I'm presuming Creodron? I'm presuming he's a Galente agent. I'm presuming we're running a Galente mission. Since we're in Galente space, and I don't know, doesn't really matter too much. Right, so there are ship restrictions. We can use this ship here. Wait, is he a mining? No. 300 M3 of space we need. Oh, of course, decline that. I know you're disappointed. Tell you what, try another one. That is more like it. That is what we're looking for. Destroy things, okay? So, no ship restrictions in this one. Something about angels. We're going to be going to Nay to blow something up. Problem solved. Destroy the mother-in-law and her escort. Perfect. We'll accept that. We'll travel back to Nay, which I think is only 1 jump away, maybe. And we'll see how we do. And for this one, I've left the long range ammo fitted because I just want to see how well the long range ammo does. With those very low numbers, I imagine Joey might actually struggle. Oh, it's 3 jumps away. We might actually struggle, you know, applying damage. So let me do these 3 jumps, guys, and then we'll fly in there. We'll test out the long range ammo, and we'll see, Joe, just how well this can run a level 2 mission. And here we are. So let's just get our cloak off. There we go. Warp to the site and just see how we get on. I'm going to preemptively whack this thing on. Don't quite need that yet. And again, yeah, we're still sticking to the long range ammo just to see how it does. Because like I say, those numbers, they're just not impressive at all. I would like to say I could probably get that from a decently fitted Corvette, like free ship, but I'm not going to go that far yet. But yeah, it's not impressive, not at all, is it, when you see those numbers. Again, it is applying it to multiple things. No idea what that means, going. So I know what it means, it's part of the mission, but I'm not bothered by it, should I say. I forgot what I was talking about now. Yeah, we are hitting that across multiple things, but it's still not impressive. Right, so it actually need to be this close to things. So what's our range in this now? 40. Right, we're one shot at that little drone. Maybe it's actually not as bad as, you know, what I would thought it would be. These are just drones though, aren't they? Yeah, these are ships down here. Let's see how we get on with these. Let's get a little bit closer to them. The other problem you do have with mission sites, even though like on the overview they're all about the same distance, as you can see, they're not actually that close to each other. There's probably too much of a gap there for them to actually all arc. Yeah, so instead I'm arcing off all of these structures and stuff. Yeah, so not actually arcing to the other ships. And again, that's a pain that you can't turn off, that it's going to arc to random structures and debris. It would be nice if they only targeted ships. That's better. We hit 3 of them together. And this long range ammo isn't actually doing as bad as I thought. I mean, again, yeah, ideally you'd like to be doing as much damage as possible since those numbers are low. But again, it's all on paper, guys. So I've said multiple times when we've been thinking the fits and stuff that you can mess with numbers all day, but until you actually take it out and try it, so you don't actually know how it's going to perform 100%. I mean, yeah, we're only actually hitting the mother-in-law. It's great that we're actually killing my mother-in-law, or someone's mother-in-law anyway. We're only actually hitting the mother-in-law for 110. Not brilliant. I mean, if we do overheat this, shortcut to overheat, by the way, is shift and click. So the DPS does go up to 50. Nearly 51, still not that impressive. Like I say, you can overheat for a while. I mean, we are taking them out slowly. Not that impressive though, really, is it, when you see it? Good news is we don't need this on. Joe, with this range, I mean. Don't need to have that on. And we do seem to be arcing a little bit further. I think if we were using the short range ammo, I don't know if it would arc that far. I mean, it's a bit hard to see how far away they actually are from each other. They're a fair distance away from each other. Oh, we can test that actually. If we just stop here a second, just reload. Turn off. Reload the short range ammo. I mean, he's probably coming a bit closer now, isn't he? No, he's still sitting quite far out. If we change to the long range, short range ammo, is it still arcing that far? Yes. Okay, so I'd have to test that whether the arcing range changes depending on what ammunition you're using. But yeah, it seemed to hit him. Right, let's just go back to my other view. And a lot of you guys say that I should be flying in this view so you can see what's going on, but I don't know. That's just not, it's not fun to look at. I sit on Eve quite a lot, spend a lot of time on it, and that would just bore me. I like to see the ships I'm flying, okay, so I tend to be this close here. So let's just toggle auto. There you go, turn that off, turn that off. Toggle auto tracking, so now we'll look at what I click on. Perfect. Yeah, I like to fly this just so I can actually see what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pick up another level 2 mission from the same guy. And we'll just see if it does the exact same again, whether it was that easy or maybe this was just a simple one. Oh, okay, so this one looks like it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Just going off those rewards there. I think the last one we got 79 loyalty points, we're getting 294. And that's generally a good way to tell, you know, how complicated it's going to be. 79 compared to 294. This one should be a little bit more advanced, a little bit more difficult than the last one. So we'll accept that. And let's head out. Let's go shoot at some bad guys. Okay, so this one is a little bit similar to the missions I'm kind of used to. We have different rooms and stuff. We have, so far, cruisers and things coming in. Let's just switch to our sniping kind of ammo. And let's just keep our range for now and see if we can plink away at some of these guys. So again, I'm only hitting one ship right now. Not ideal. Where's everyone else? They're kind of all in that direction. We'll have to keep an eye on their ranges. We're only actually hitting one ship right now, but not the end of the world. You know, we will take them out. I think a lone catalyst will go down. Let's actually start locking up. I can't lock up that many. Okay. Start locking up some of these closer ones then, who are obviously beelining it straight towards us. See if we can start chaining off some of these. There we go. We're hitting 2. Again, not that impressive. That seems to be the problem with this. You can't guarantee that things are going to be close enough to chain off. So if we're hitting all 5 targets, absolutely brilliant. If you're only hitting 2, you know, it's not so good for the same price. Again, a catalyst probably wouldn't be that far off this. But we're taking these out. We're going to take them out. Ooh, that one got 1 rep off. Still took them out at the same time. Got another few coming in here. You're definitely on your lonesome, so not going to be hitting anything else, am I, when it comes to shooting you? Oh, I am. Oh, we are. We are chaining off all 5. Okay, this is, as I say, this is where it's going to start getting impressive. Let's just unlock that. Oh, great. Out of everything there, it decides to lock up the flipping wreck. Let's just keep going and start plinking away at these guys. This is the long range ammunition still as well. I'm really impressed at how well this is doing. I honestly thought the long range ammunition would be junk, wouldn't be worth having. We are being sensor dampened, so that's reducing nothing. Actually, that's like targeting range and locking range in it. So that's actually not affecting us. It'd be interesting to see how disruption affects this weapon, because it does act as if it's missiles. So its explosion radius, velocity, speed, all that kind of stuff affects this weapon type. But it is classed as a turret if we look at the ship. So it's definitely a turret hardpoint. So how would like a tracking disruptor affect this thing? So we might have to test that out at some point. Something I've just thought of. Right, let's get the rest of these bad boys locked up. I don't think we're going to be able to take that cruiser, to be honest, with the long range ammunition. We're probably going to have to switch. But yeah, we can definitely take out the frigates with this. Again, we're not doing this too quick. Our like damage numbers and stuff are really low. So the amount of time it's taking me to blow this up. Again, if I was blowing up 5 at the same time, I'd be nailing it. But since we're just doing 1 at a time at the moment, because again, they're spread out time, it's just not that impressive. Right, so you're quite a way away, so I'm not bothered about you. Let's get up to this guy. Let's switch to our close range ammunition. Let's get a few cycles of this and that going. Let's get right up to this guy and let's start plinking away at him. Hopefully these will burn in a little bit closer. We have to be 11, don't we, for this one? There we go, perfect. Turn that off. Let's get this on now, because we probably will start taking a little bit of damage because I don't know how close we are to him. Looks like he's using blasters going off the little animation, so if we can stay at range about here, we should be okay. We don't want to get right on top of him. Obviously, blasters closer you get, the more damage, and well, yeah, you all kind of know how weapons work. Hopefully, if you're watching this, yeah. So we are taking them out again slowly, and we're not chaining off anything. They are still quite a way away. We're not chaining, but he's going down. He's getting there. It's taking a while though. Again, I'm just going to keep referring to the catalyst. It's super cheap and the damage it does. I don't know. Is this thing that much better? I don't know. It's kind of 50-50 at the moment. Depends on the situation. I do know some of the guys who have used these. Blakey023, I keep going on about, like, every video I do, he's in it. I'm always mentioning him, but he's a really cool guy and he does kind of testing and stuff on ships as well. His channel's linked in the description down below. But yeah, when he tried missions in this thing, he said it wasn't going very well. A lot of the missions he was getting was saying stuff like destroy the bunker, blow up this structure, so defeat this quite high damage dealing, high tank enemy. And when it came to, once he destroyed everything, and once it came to actually blowing up that lot of HP thing at the end, it said it just took him a lifetime. It was so slow at doing it. But right now, I've just been told to blow up ships and we're doing okay. Again, it would be nice if that was close enough to arc off, but we're just not quite there, are we? Let's turn this off, don't really need it. Ah, there's only one ship left, let's just switch. Switch this one, look at that. Switch to the long range ammunition and then I managed to get within range, doesn't matter. I have more long range ammunition anyway. I mean, that's impressive to be honest. Considering we're only doing like 200 alpha, it's actually going down pretty quick. Maybe that's just level 2 mission standards, maybe they're all just really weak. As I say, it's been a while since I've ran anything below like a level 4. Right, so a quick drink of water and let's get ourselves into the next room. Ooh, this is absolutely perfect. Where's our second wave coming? Is our second wave coming? Oh no, it's not there. They are perfect. Get over there. Get over there. They are so close together. This is what I want. I want to be hitting like these middle ones. Come on, come on, come on. We can so chain off all of these right now. This is what you're going to be spending your time doing, by the way. You're going to be spending your time just like trying to find things that are close enough to chain off, because that is where this ship excels. You need to be hitting multiple targets. See, they're drifting apart now. It's not good. I'm going to be shooting them one at a time again. It's not what we want. We want them to be all on top of each other, so we can chain off. There's actually things a lot closer than these, but too late. I've committed. There we go. I've committed to shooting these. Yes. Got 4 of them. Perfect. I don't even know which 4 it is. Let's start locking some of these ones up as well. But look at that. That's what you want. That is where this ship excels. That kind of situation doesn't come along all the time, but when it does, you know, it just looks impressive. We just killed all 4 of them in the time it took us to kill 1. And to be honest, that is better than any ship. The same again here. When they're all together, it's absolutely brilliant. That is perfect. Look how quick they're going down. Now, I don't care what you say. Any ship, frigate size, would not be able to kill those 4 or 5 ships as quick as what this thing is doing right now. It's struggling with this one there for some reason. It's a bit weird. Ooh. Don't tell me we've come across frigates which we can't actually destroy. Let's get some overheat on that just in case, but it looks like the same thing's going to happen as to what happened to the battleship when I tested that. It just doesn't have the DPS to kill some of the NPCs. Right, so we're overheating now. I'm not really bothered about chaining right now. I just want to destroy. I'm using the right ammunition, aren't I? Yeah, close range. This might take a while. Alright, so that seems to be all of the little minions done and dusted, and I'm sorry, but you probably see me taking a few screenshots there as well for the thumbnail. I've purposely left the cruiser till last because I know this thing is probably going to be an absolute nightmare to take out. I mean, he's not hitting us, we're not in any danger here, I'm not going to die. Just checking D-scans to make sure we haven't got like a huge pile of code coming in, because these things are super nice and blingy at the moment. You know, people want to kill them. Yeah, we're okay there. Yeah, I just know this thing's going to take a lifetime to kill, and unfortunately I don't have that much close range ammunition to use at the moment, but let's get what little ammunition we have here shot off at him. We'll switch to the long range and we'll just see how we get on, see if we can actually take him out with the long range stuff. So we'll reload that now. This is where it's going to struggle, guys. I mean, yeah, again, it's my fault for not having enough close range ammunition, but you've seen how much this struggled against those 2 kind of Tristan looking frigates. It was taken, I had to overheat, I had to sit there and focus them down for a lot longer than I can think any ship would have to take to focus down a level 2 frigate. So yeah, this thing really does struggle when it comes to the one-on-one or anything that has quite a nice tank or just some sort of rep on it. This thing is not going to do too well at. But I mean, it's going down. Again, we're just using the long range ammunition right now, so it's not particularly hard hitting at the moment. I mean, we could actually just bait away to a stupid range right now because we don't need to be this close. We can go to like 40 kms, which is really good for a frigate to be able to hit at 40 kms. Not too bad. But yeah, it's just taking a lifetime to take it. So it's really hard to say if this ship's good or not in the perfect sites, the perfect mission, the perfect room, where things are close together and you are chaining. Brilliant. Absolutely immense. So it'll run things faster than any other frigate I can think of, probably any cruiser I can think of. But when it comes to this one-on-one or against any type of ship like NPC that has a good tank on it or like a nice bit of recharge on it, I'm thinking of the last ship you have to destroy, I forget his name, in the Sisters of Eve Epic Arc. If you've ever done that one, it begins with D, I can't remember his name. If you've ever done that mission, the ship you'd have to kill at the end, this thing wouldn't do it. I can tell you now, this wouldn't do it. That is an NPC known to be quite tanky, active rep. This would not kill it. It'd kill everything else there, just wouldn't kill that. So yeah, it does. It really has its flaws. It really, really struggles. So can it run level 2 missions? Yes. And I'd also say no, depending on the mission you get, it might not actually be able to do it regardless of how long you stay there, how much money you throw into like ammunition you're putting out. It might not be able to do it. If you come across an NPC, this thing literally cannot DPS down because its DPS is that low. You might really struggle. So let's get ourselves docked up. I'll have a quick 5 minutes and we'll come back and we'll go over show how this ship actually performed. Alright then, so how did this ship perform PvE wise? Very small test, guys. You're seeing I haven't been using it for like a month straight. So I've literally just took it out and ran 2 combat sites and 2 missions. Combat sites, high sec combat sites, perfect. So didn't struggle at all. Even the cruisers it was throwing at me, this thing ate. High sec combat sites, if you want to just run them and get escalations and stuff, this is perfect. Expensive at the moment, but perfect. The mission side, however, I wouldn't use it. Personally, I wouldn't use it. And it seems weird saying that because there was times there when I was saying, I can't think of another ship that would run it faster. That was very situational. Things had to be close enough to chain, and they also had to be the right type of enemy. Basically something that this thing could kill. And you see when we came up to those 2 Tristans and that cruiser at the end, and even the first mission we did with that, the mother-in-law, it just took so long for this thing to kill it. That all that time you've gained by just annihilating 5 ships in 2 volleys. So all that time you've spent killing 5 things, 2 more shots, kill 5 things, 2 more shots, kill 5 things. That bit, so much better than any other ship. But when it came to, like I say, the one-on-one stuff, where it just doesn't have the DPS to kill something, and if it does, it's only just barely killing it. So you're spending that much time extra on those harder things. It's hard to explain. I wouldn't use it. It's expensive. It's low damage. Tank's brilliant. I'll give it that. It's got a brilliant tank. But it's not ideal. And you are eventually, if you keep using this for level 2 missions, level 1s you'll probably walk through. So if you want level 1s, anything to walk them, take this. But level 2s, I think eventually you would come across a level 2 mission where there'd be a ship in there. This thing literally couldn't DPS down. Doesn't matter how much you throw at it, it wouldn't be able to do it. And for that alone, I'd have to say it's not a good ship. It's not. So again, I'm stuck now. I was thinking, what are these ships made for? If you know what these ships are made for, then please let me know. A lot of you guys have been saying that they're made for, especially the cruiser and the battleship. Well, maybe not the battleship, but the cruiser in particular is used for anti-stealth bomber stuff, which I could see. 5 stealth bombers on cloak. You get the cruiser to lock them up. It'll hit all 5 bombs off. You probably take them out because they have no tank on them. But that's very specific and very situational. If that's the only use for them, you really didn't need an entire race to fill that hole. So yeah, if you're using these things for something, then please let me know. If you wanted me to test something else out, maybe you'd like to see these run. I don't know. Whatever you would like to see me test these things doing, let me know in the comments down below. I will read it and I'll have a think to see if we can do it. But yeah, these are so situational that they're almost, in my opinion, unusable. That's the perfect way to sum them up. They're that situational, they're almost unusable. In the perfect situation, like I said, in the mission, in the perfect situation where things were close enough and they were easy-ish to kill, so 3 volleys would kill 5 ships. But then you come across that ship which is almost like the next tier up, it's the next kind of, next level, almost. And it just takes that long to kill it, that you're sitting there shooting it, and it's almost to the point where if it just had that little bit more regen on the enemy ship, or if that enemy ship repped a little bit quicker, it wouldn't be able to kill it. And for that alone, it negates every positive it has. Right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Again, massively underwhelmed. I will keep trading into this one. Excuse me. I will keep trading into the EDENCOM ships if you guys... Oh my god. Yeah, if you guys want to see more of the EDENCOM ships, I'm happy to train into them. I love flying new things and testing them out. So let me know and I'll keep the training skills going. I'll probably get the frigate up to 5 for most of its skills since it won't take too long anyway. So other than that, I'm just going to leave it here. I'll see you guys right here very soon in another video. Bye bye. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button as well to get some more game guides, how-tos, let's plays and live streams from myself. I also think you should check out this video just up here, but if that one doesn't interest you, then try this one. Other than that, guys, take it easy and I'll see you soon.